Most people in the United States don't even think twice about what comes out of the tap when they turn it on, and that luxury is surprisingly rarer than one would think. It turns out nearly one-third of the world's population does not have access to clean drinking water, equating to roughly 2.2 billion people, according to the WHO. For something so cheap and accessible in the first world countries that have countless people with large fortunes, why is it that billions continue to suffer in this modern world? We've advanced so much as a culture over the thousands of years with technology and economics, but yet we still can't give every person water. That is why I ask those listening to spare a few dollars or more to charity water, as they aim to make this not a reality anymore, and improve the well-being of those who need it most, and make water a human right. Some might say that there just simply isn't enough means or money to give all those people water, but this is sadly not true, considering how many people live with lavish lifestyles that could easily front the bulk of that bill. For example, there are over 2,000 billionaires currently living, equating for around $8 trillion of net worth, according to Irina Editor. That number is only going up as well, as the rich continually get richer and the poor get poorer. They could quite literally give everybody in the water access to water and cure world hunger at the same time and still have trillions left over. It is that ridiculous these days. The people in that bracket are also notoriously the ones who pay the least amount in taxes as well, so they should especially be held accountable for that. Having such rich people should never be a thing, as something as like water isn't even accessible to those in need. It should only be a reward to a society when no one else is suffering. The biggest issue, however, isn't even the massive hoarding of wealth, but rather the unethical bottling of water sources by companies such as Nestle. In countries in countries in Africa such as Nigeria, where water sources can be few and far between, villages are highly dependent on few sources, sometimes only one. What typically happens then is a company swoops in and bottles it up for prices that the people can barely afford, but simply have to if they want to survive, according to Sakaria Khan. It is a completely disgusting act that is not only unethical but should also be outlawed. What is even worse that this is not only happening in undeveloped countries. Even in the USA, this is happening in certain places where Nestle does this and doesn't even pay taxes as well, according to The Guardian. As stated earlier, how is it possible that are this advanced as a society with all these lavish lifestyles and excesses, and yet we still can't solve a problem this simple like water access? We have the tools to purify almost any water source, no matter how dirty, and they've been around for quite a while and are very cheap nowadays. We also have the ability to transport these materials over sea, land, and air and get it to those in need. We could also literally transport water itself with modern technology. With the advent of modern communications, it also makes it easier to literally see what is going on in other countries, so it is not a big secret that people are suffering everywhere. This also makes it more sad, though, that even though people know about this tragedy, that still hasn't been fixed. On the plus side, though, these new communication technologies, such as the internet, allow charities to have more advertising opportunities and make it easier for people to donate to them with online cash services such as PayPal. And that is hopefully going to do better for the world. So, as a society, we should be better than this, and we do not live in the medieval ages anymore, where we don't know what's going on in other countries or know how to fix these issues. We have the technology and we have the funds to do so. And there are people and companies out there exploiting others for profit, and they should be held accountable. While they should give most of the donations, I also ask those with spare cash to chip in as well, since it's the right thing to do as a human being. It does not have to be much, since if everyone chips in, it will add up to a lot, and hopefully charity water will reach its goal one day, and the human race will be better for knowing that it achieved the goal that we should have done years ago.